it's branded in me. You know, it's you get one life, and out that one life, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. And information is free. That's what she always just say. There's so much free information. She stayed in school. She always wanted more. She wanted more degrees. She just wanted to learn. And our biggest fights came with me not wanting to learn. You know, naturally as a kid, I wasn't that great of a student. I didn't care for school. I didn't want school. But as I got older and I become, you know, I started to find my way. I became an individual that realized the power of the thing that was preached to me so much, which was knowledge and information. So the thing that I've taken from my mom is that feeling of never being content, never being okay with where you are, because after every level is another level, whether you realize it or not. And I always wanted to see what was past the thing that I got. I got here, but what's back there? I was never content with being here. So when you look at me now, you know, as a successful comedian, actor, and you start to realize the tears. Put the model in there. You know, you look at producer, you look at writer, you look at, you know, network owner, you know, radio channel that I own, author. There's so many things that are acting as olive branches to a tree, because I realized that tree just grows. It doesn't stop growing. A tree only stops if you choose to say, I'm not watering anymore. But at the age 40, I feel like there's so much more water that I can put in this tree, and so many more things that I can have hang from my tree. And that comes just from my mother's ability to reinforce. And what you think a child isn't receiving, he may not be at the moment, but at a later time, the light bulb will go off, and it's, oh shit, that's what that was about. My lessons that were taught to me at the young age of 14 through 18 have clicked in at the age 24 to now going on 40. This is when I realized all the work that she put in. And
the imprinting finally had the impact.
100%.
She passed at, what, in 2006?
2006, yes.
She passed in 2006. What was that like for you? Because she was such an influence in your life. And I heard that she didn't talk much about your comedy, if I heard this correctly, but you found all this material that she'd been collecting. I mean, how did that touch you?
You know, my mom she was a very religious woman. So a little fact about my mother is that she never came to any of my comedy shows when I started. Even if things were going good, she never attended a comedy show, never. And it never bothered me because she supported me, but she didn't like the environment. She didn't like alcohol. She didn't like smoking. She didn't like cuss words. So she never went. And I was okay with that because that's not what she is about. But she would always ask how it went, always wanted to know if it was still the passion that I felt that it was for me, and if I was going to go through with it. We had conversations about it. When she passed away, we found a box, and my mom had clippings and memorabilia from everything that I've done in stand-up.
Wow.
So though she was never there present, she was aware and gathered all things that her child did that acted as inklets of any type of success. As minute as they may have been, Kevin Hart's little flyers that were in a newspaper, she clipped it out. She saved it. The things that were in the neighborhood that may have been on a local restaurant or cashier's check cashier place outside, you would see the clippings. All of my hustle and bustle, she tracked. And I think to me that was the most amazing thing.
What did it mean to you?
That was my nod from an angel that acted as what you don't know is sometimes better.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better what you don't know, because finding out is going to do more than it would have been when I had have known. If she had have attended those shows, and I find that box when she passes,
wouldn't mean as much.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that I found it after the fact, it was the biggest, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
did you feel her love in a different way?
100%.
Wow.
You know, and it made me feel like the support that she gave was even bigger. And now as I achieve the success, I don't feel like, damn, I wish my mom was here to see it. I 100% know that my mom is witnessing it at the highest level, and that there's a constant applause and pat on the back. So there's never the feeling or void of missing or not being present.
It's a
'Cause
great
she's
gift.
here.
A great grace
The
in your
best.
life.
The best.
Yeah,
I got
really
tons
good.
of stories about my mom that will blow y'all away.
Tell us another one. Tell us one that touches
There's
you.
the real one that's famous. I told when I did Oprah. This is I couldn't pay my rent. I couldn't pay my fucking rent. I was living by myself. Stand up comedy just
How old
wasn't
would you
cutting
have
it. I was 8. I was 19, and my half of the rent was $400 a month.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have it. And I was like, Mom, look, you said that you were going to help me while I was doing the stand-up. I know I was trying to do it myself. I need your help. They're going to evict me. And she was like, read your Bible.
Wow.
And I was like, I read the Bible, but the notice is on the door. Like they're gonna evict me, Mom. And she was like, talk to me when you read your Bible. And I'm like, all right, whatever, Mom. A couple days go by, they're changing the color of the notice. The notice is now, they shifted to pink. This is serious.
That's right, you got 3 days
pink,
now.
The pink means it's real. Mom, they're going to kick me out. I'm serious. I need the money or else I'm not going to have a place to live. Did you read your Bible? Yes. Then if you read your Bible, then you wouldn't be talking to me. Mom, this is not the time. Then you didn't read your Bible. Back and forth. I get off the phone. I'm frustrated. Nighttime comes, I'm in the bed, open up the drawer, and I was like, let me read this damn Bible. Let me just read the damn Bible, man, so I can really tell this woman that I read the Bible and be honest about it so she can help me. I open up the Bible, the rent checks for the rest of the year fell out the Bible.
Oh,
They had always
that's
been in the
awesome.
Bible. It's a true
What a
story.
beautiful way.
Literally for every month of that year, and I had missed months where I had to scrape and find. It was always there. And her biggest thing was, don't lose your faith.
Wow.
Keep faith. Read the Bible. So from that day on,
That's magnificent.
that's when I started reading the Bible, and then I had to go to her. She was like, "Your ass been lying to me all this time about reading that Bible," and I was like, "Yeah, I've been lying." She's like,
tell me one more story about her, because she's such a beautiful soul, man.
another one, another story.
Because you're also giving us some parenting cues here.
No.
too.
This is all real stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
The other one is when she was at her sickest. You know, my mom, she passed away of ovarian cancer. And the thing about my mom, like I said, she was a very religious woman. So she didn't tell us the severity of the ovarian cancer. Me and my brother found out when we were seeing her, things were just changing.